Thanks, Marion. John McDonnell is obviously right to talk about how right-wing the Johnson government is, and also right to pinpoint how there's an ideological assault that that government is leading against us. And you know, this thing about the HE free speech bill and the contradictions with, you know, trying to shut us up over Israel using the IHRA definition. It's not just that, is it? It's about Black Lives Matter, trying to push back the agenda there on the campuses, trying to push back the agenda on trans and so on. Actually, the free speech bill is a censorship bill, and the people that they want free speech for are the people who want to defend empire and stop statues being pulled down and you know, attack, push back trans rights and so on. But the other side of this, John also mentioned, which is this, you know, there's a reason why there's a war on woke, as he called it, and that is, you know, I'm constantly amazed by how political, especially the younger generation are. You know, go on demonstrations over Black Lives Matter or stopping the police bill in Brighton, and it's hundreds and hundreds of young people, fantastically political, getting up, making speeches to big crowds. Really, really impressive. The generation that are student age, and we know this from our own experiences in our work and the support that we get for our action from students, are fantastically political. And it's, you know, it's no surprise that they want to clamp down on protests, because they know that a wave of protest is coming. And I think, you know, once the pandemic is on the way out, that wave is likely to grow. Now, in terms of our union, we are a union that fights, and I'm proud to be able to say that. But like other people have said, recently we've been fighting locally and not nationally. We've been fighting institution by institution. It's Liverpool now, and, you know, all solidarity to Liverpool. Fantastically impressive and brave to call 3 weeks solid of strike, and we're all behind you. Liverpool's the latest in a series of local disputes that we've had this year, but all local. And Brighton, my institution, my branch was one of them. We've just paid back to Liverpool the £500 that they paid to us into our strike fund that we didn't have to use, which is the right thing to do. But it points to something slightly weird, doesn't it? That we're kind of passing the baton around each other, passing the funds around each other so that we can all take turns in striking, when we actually should be trying to mount a fight where we fight together. So the stuff that's coming up at Congress, that or at sector conference, especially in the HE sector conference that Sean just talked about, is really, really important. We need a fight over USS. I think that will be the easier argument, but we also need a fight over pay, casualisation. With the 4 fights, we need to get that fight back on. And there'll be an attempt, there have been attempts to discredit the dual dispute strategy. You can't fight over both of those things. Where did it lead us in 2019, 2020? Well, we ran into a pandemic is what happened, but we can't afford just to fight over USS in the pre-92s without also fighting over pay, casualisation, and linking the union together across all those sectors. So I think those are going to be some of the key debates, and we need to make sure that we win them.